on Instagram. We're also on Facebook as we speak right now. We are on Twitter and also on YouTube. So it's such a pleasure to be here with you again. It's been quite some days, quite some time since I have been connecting. And today, as you see this topic, you probably see it here on somewhere on the screen. And I just want to say hello to all of you. Hi. Hi, my friend. I have Eka Danir. How are you, my friend? We have different people from different parts of the world. Please let me know with a number one if you're watching live, number two if you're watching on a replay. My name again is Danny Nedelko, and I am broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. And today with this controversial topic, but yet, very truth, there is one thing that is keeping families poor. Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. But there's one thing that shatters a lot of people, and that is, the mindset of being comfortable, of being, okay with being, broke, or with being, in a tough situation. At least I have a place to live. At least I do have food. At least, I'm not like such and such people. So, we are going to go through some times in our life as human beings where we're going to be very comfortable, but also where we're going to be uncomfortable. But the thing that is going to keep us broke, all of us, is the comfort mindset where, being kind of broke is okay. So I'm going to be speaking directly, to the heart. Why, sometimes, and this happened to me, and I saw it in my life, and I when I saw it for some time, I realized I needed to make a change, because comfort, it is the new poverty. It is the new, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. If you hang around with me, I'm a person of faith, yes, but I also believe that we are here to make a difference in this world. We are here to actually, take over all of the things that we have for us. And I thank all of you who are here live, either on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. Please let me know where is that you're connecting from. But these topics are a bit controversial. And I, as a person of faith, as a person that believes that there's more for everybody, believes that there's more to it for life, I honestly believe that the number one thing that can keep you and me without reaching our full potential is the comfort zone. And there is one thing that, while we are trying to look for our goals to advance our career or to really do good in life, there's going to be these people who are very well intentioned, and they're going to tell you, it's okay. You did not, get the job, you did not get the contract, but it's okay. It's okay if you didn't get the customers. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You and I, in order for us to live to our full potential, we need to think in terms of what can we do better, and never being satisfied. Never being satisfied. I'm going to tell you a story, and then I'm going to tell you the thing that keeps most people broke. The thing that keeps most people, in the comfort zone, and the same of the same, doing okay but not quite there, getting to their goals. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I was in a position at some point in my life where, I was kind of like, disgusted with everything that was going on in my life. I had, a good business, but, I was not traveling where I wanted to. I was not getting my kids to the school I wanted to. I did not drive the car I wanted to. And I'm going to tell you the truth. There's nothing wrong with wanting more to life. There's nothing wrong with wanting to better your life. There's nothing more spiritual for those people who say that, that I am talking about, prosperity and all those things. But when you don't have the finances to care for your loved ones, or care for your family, care for your friends, it is really tough. It is really tough when you have your daughter or your son or your baby wanting to get that toy for Christmas and you can't do it. And there's one thing that is keeping most people broke, and it kept me broke for a long time. And that is the okay mentality. That is the, you know what, I'm fine. At least I have food. At least I have a roof over my head. At least I have this. At least I drive a car. At least I have gas for my car. You know what? This is denial. Whenever you don't get your goals, whenever you don't get your kids to the school you want to send them, whenever you don't get to buy them the clothes that they need, whenever you don't have the health care that they deserve, this is denial, is apathy, is thinking very small. I'm going to tell you one thing. You might not like what I'm going to say, but there is one thing. Comfort is a silent earthquake, and it destroys you slowly until one day you wake up and there's nothing else. There's nothing else. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I will not tell you something that I have not lived. I was, as I'm telling you, in a position where I was broke in, my bank account, in my mindset, in my relationships, and there was this thing that ignited me to do better, and that was I was really sick of the same. And people told me, well intentioned, people in my family, at least you are healthy, at least your kids are okay, at least you have a job, at least you have a business, at least you have a family, at least you have home. And it was this very thing that got me to the point where I was like, okay, so at least I have these, at least I am okay, but where are my dreams? What about the goals? What about excelling? What about taking my family to the next level? That's when I woke up and I was like, you know what, there's one thing that I'm going to tell you. Comfort zone, the comfort zone is going to kill your dreams and your all of your desires to improve your life. But the thing that is going to actually take you where you want to be is consistency. It is hunger. It is over going even the extra mile for your boss, for your work environment, for your business, for your customers, for those who trust in you. That is what's going to separate every single person from the masses. And if you want to really have a life that is completely full of blessings, you need to do more for other people. You need to do more for those who trust in you. And that is going to take you to the next level. So I'm going to leave you with this. What kills? What kills dreams? What keeps people broke? It is the comfort zone. So don't go there. Don't think it's okay to relax. Right now is the perfect time for you to change your life for the better, whatever that might be. And that's going to be through faith, through consistency, through discipline, and with, your mindset set up in the higher things, which is helping other people and do good for this world. We'll see you very soon. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you in Espanol in just a few minutes.